Welcome back to another Ask Robyn. I'm Erin from the Parents Hub and this is Robyn Papworth from Play Move Improve. How has your day been today, Robyn? Because you sometimes tell fibs when I ask you how your day's been.
Totally fine.
Totally fine, everything's great. We like to keep things real, so...
That's it.
How
I have
was your day?
teenagers, so teenagers describes a lot.
Yeah, if you just answered teenagers, we could talk about that all day. But anyway, let's go into our question. So this week's question is about toys.
Toys, okay.
Toys and toddlers.
Love
So the
it.
question is, my baby steals toys and I feel awkward. Help.
Oh, but they're two. Totally expected.
We see this here all the
Yeah.
time and I always feel sorry for the parents because they try to intervene and they think it's a reflection on them. And so whenever I see it, I just say, don't worry, it's not a you thing.
Yeah.
But what do you say?
Well, under the age of about 4 to 5 years of age.
I mean, my 9-year-old still steals toys. It's like a common little thing that
my
they
kids
do.
still steal my food. Like,
Yeah,
hey, it's in my
no,
bowl. It's my
nothing's out.
food.
Yeah.
It's really important under the age of 5 where children are what we call egocentric. The
Yeah.
whole world literally revolves around them. So they don't yet have the ability to see that you're playing with it. Like, it's mine. Like, this whole world is mine. So that toy is mine. And I think it's really important that when we empower parents to see what's typical.
Yeah.
It's very typical for a child under the age of 5 to be snatching, hey, my turn. This is all about me. That's what we're expecting to happen.
Yeah.
So I think just in that moment, what we do is we just model. So say, for example, we've got 3 toys. You might go, oh, you have one. Oh,
Thank you.
rather than go, don't
Thank
snatch.
you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah,
Rather than go, don't snatch. Because they're not really
Yeah.
understanding that that's what they're even doing.
Yeah.
Just go, oh, here. There's another one here.
Yeah.
But in that moment, it's more, we're correcting, but in a playful way.
Yeah.
Because if a child keeps hearing, don't snatch, don't push,
Yeah.
2-year-olds are going to pull hair. They're exploring. They're exploring their own body. They're exploring you, the toys. It's more if we just do it in a playful way. And I think it's really also mindful of they're going to be rough with their toys. They don't have what we call spatial awareness yet. They don't know if their hands are being strong or gentle.
Yeah.
We're not expecting a 2-year-old to know that. So if a 2-year-old suddenly goes your
Yes.
hair,
They don't mean to pull it as
Yeah.
much as it bloody hurts. The hair pull. Yeah.
right? They might just like to smell it, or they might just like to put their fingers through it. They are very much see, get, cause, effect. And that's part of their typical development. So when I'm looking at engaging with toddlers, it's just in that moment of a little bit of distraction.
Yeah.
Rather than don't do that. It's,
Yeah.
oh, here's another
Look at
toy.
this.
Yeah, what's this? Yeah.
And so I find too that people are worried about the judgment of the other parent, or that they worry that if I don't step in, then the other parent's going to judge me. What would you say to that?
I think in that moment, it's just, typical toddler.
Yeah,
And if
kind
we
of then you're saying
you
I
know.
recognise that's it happened, but it is typical, and we all need to learn that. And then if we all knew it, then we'd all cope a bit better with it.
And it's just if for example, there's a thing called rough and tumble. 1-year-olds are designed to engage in rough and tumble. I'm designed as a 1-year-old to launch myself at you, squash you, pull at your hair to see what it feels like. Like, so many 1-year-olds grab my glasses because it's exciting. It's a typical part of development. So even in that moment, you're playing rough and tumble. Then families will go, yeah, rough and tumble. Google that if you like. You're going to get lots of different things about rough and tumble. It's normalising typical behaviour.
Yeah, and the babies too, we see it here with the babies pulling each other's hair, and then one baby cries, and it's not a reflection on you or your parenting or your baby or their behaviour. Everyone's just learning, and I think, the more empathy we can give to each other for those scenarios, like if my baby or your baby hurts my baby, it's okay, they're fine, yes, they're going to cry, but we'll all move on from this.
And I think in that moment, families think to tell their child to say sorry. Please don't.
Yes.
They actually haven't developmentally known what they've done. There was no intent behind it. They are just in this bubble of this world is mine.
Yeah.
It's not, if it was to cause intent, even if we were to sort of think, they deliberately did it, it's part of their learning.
Yeah.
How we learnt to share and communicate like a team is we had to make mistake after mistake after mistake. And I know adults who still...
I was just going to say, one of my friends, we've banned her from saying the word sorry because she just apologises for everything now, and maybe that is part of the reason because, I think that at what age then is it more, normal to say sorry?
And I think even it's a developmental level. So sorry comes from... I have to have what's called theory of mind.
Yeah.
So theory of mind is, say for example, you know the game Doggy Doggy, who's got the bone?
Yeah.
And if this is the bone and I hide it, and you know that I've hidden it behind me, but Sally over there has no idea, she didn't see me do it. Theory of mind doesn't develop between the ages until about 3 to 5, where you're not going to tell Sally now, hopefully, because you have theory of mind. You're going to tell Sally, hey, Rob has it, it's behind Rob. You're going to go, oh, that's Sally's journey. Sally's different to me. Sally doesn't know what I know. And so we don't know sorry or those concepts of sharing until I understand that we're different.
Right.
I'm in this moment. I know what where this is hidden. You don't know where it is yet. Same as we do an activity. It's a really fun game where, you know, the roses containers that grandmas... the chocolates. And like grandmas would have fishing tackle in there or buttons.
Yeah.
But children, you ask them, what's inside the box? And a child will go, chocolate. And then you sneak, you have a look. But Sally over there doesn't know what's in it. Don't tell her. But that's a skill where we need to know that Sally is different to you. Where if you don't have theory of mind, you're going to tell everyone. Because come on, Sally, how don't you know? I know, you must know.
So is that kind of the indicator where they can play Doggy Doggy Who Wants
Without wrecking it.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's interesting because I've got a preppy who's about to turn 6, and I think she would still probably
she's
lose
still
that
bad.
game.
Yeah, because she want to tell her, she want to wreck it, or she's not trying to wreck it. She just thinks, well, if I know this information, everyone knows it.
Right.
Similar to like if we're playing, I might like dinosaurs, but you might not like dinosaurs. But children get into all this conflict because they think, well, everyone has to like what I like, and everyone has to feel how I feel. That's a skill we need to develop before we can understand sorry. Because what am I sorry about? I'm not hurt.
You want that word to have meaning to them.
And have that developmental level. And they might be 5, they might be 55.
Yeah.
It's where are they at in their ability to understand other people in that circle. Yeah. And that's just practice. Yeah. And it's also, we model it, we share. So for example, we're playing a game, and we take turns in our game. So, you have 2, I have 2, amazing. And I'm going to have a turn, and then you're going to have a turn, and then I'm going to have a turn. And, oopsie daisy. And the world doesn't fall apart. Yeah. We start it again. But this is where we have to be flexible. I'm going to give you a different one this time, and you're just going to have to deal with that because I'm having a turn of this one. But you're going to crack it at time to time.
Yeah, and it's so interesting. As you were talking, I was playing Uno the other day with my older kids, and the preppy was there too, and she lost.
Yeah.
And it was like the worst catastrophe. So clearly, the two things you said, she's not ready yet.
But if you go, no, for you can't play.
No, you wouldn't do that.
Well, no, but some people do.
Right,
so some people take out board games and go, well, they cry each time they lose.
Yeah, it's too hard.
I don't know how to help you lose. It's just practice. Yeah. Just practice. Yeah. And it's going to be uncomfortable. Yeah. There's going to be tears and frustration by everyone. And we just have that moment of, it's okay, she's not learning how to lose yet. Well, we're trying to learn how to lose.
Right, so I need to keep teaching her that she's not just going to wake up one day and
none of us just learn that. Like she thinks at the moment in her level of development, she thinks this is my game, my game. It's all my game. And you are all people in my game. So I need to be first in my game. I need to win my game. Rather than going, my siblings are having a really fun time because it's their game as well. She's just not there
and
yet.
Oh, well, I lost.
Yeah. It's because I had fun. Everyone had fun. Everyone was enjoying it. But that takes time. Same as us stacking blocks together. It takes time. Yeah. And it's also about having a bit of flexibility where I might not put the block exactly where you want it. And that's okay. It's resilience building. Yeah. But there will be tantrums and there will be sadness.
Yes. And that is growth.
Yeah, it's learning. And I think sometimes we think, well, they're just born and they know what to do with this life. They have no idea. here.
Just like we don't with parenting.
Exactly. And we're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
We're going to crack it.
Yeah.
We're going to have tantrums.
Yeah.
They're doing the same journey. It's about in that moment remembering what's typical.
Yeah.
And remembering that the only way that we can get them on this journey is to probably play games like that.
Yeah.
Even with hide and seek. See if the child doesn't go to the other sibling. I know where they are. It's just practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting. And I think that, you know, it's so important. We love doing these, and it's so important. And just to remind you, like, I'm 9.5 years with 4 kids into parenting, and I've just learned something new. We can always be learning and growing, and we don't need to know everything, and we just need to ride the waves, and we're all doing our best. Yeah.
And I think it's also going with what you absorb in your day. So my twins have just turned teenagers. So on the podcast in my car on the way to work is about teen mental health and hormones. And I'm trying to upskill myself with the stage where I'm at.
Yeah.
I haven't had toddlers in my home for a very long time.
Yeah.
So it's trying to absorb yourself, but in a positive light.
Yeah.
Like I'm absorbing about teenage hormones and teenage angst in a positive way. I'm not expecting myself to know this. No one taught me yet. Yeah. And it's just saving grace for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, we're on this journey together.
Yeah.
And we might make mistakes, absolutely, but let our children also make mistakes.
Yeah.
And so in that moment of conflict when you're at a play date, it's we made another mistake. Yes, we normalize it. We all make mistakes rather than sorry.
Yeah.
It's just changes the feeling of that play date.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
You're doing great.
You are.
We're all doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great. Let's just throw the compliments around.
Yes, and just
so
comment
important.
below if you've got any challenges and we'll just keep bringing more Ask Robyn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone. Have a good day. Bye.